What is going on? We are here for season 4 of Survivor. After last season, we saw good old Bill Nye win in the celebrity season. We're going back to regular survivors here. As you can see, the cast here with the Suala tribe and the Kitengo tribe. And this season is going to be Survivor Botswana, it's called. Um, yeah, Botswana here in Africa. I like the logo here a lot. As you can see, it's a nice feel right there. Got the lion, the nice tree, see some birds and an elephant. As we will go now and look at the other pictures we have. This will be the team immunity idol every time they win before the merge here. This is what they'll win, a nice lion statue. Looks pretty nice. And once we get the individual immunity, we got this nice necklace that I found for them for the individual immunity. And there will be idols this season, so the idol is just a small little shell with a couple smaller little gems on it. But yeah, let's get started with this. We got right now, you see Keith, Brady, Chris, Christina, Marissa, Dolly, Sandra, John, and Willard on one tribe. Lena, Jonathan, LJ, Erica, Laura, Jake, Taylor, Joe, and Wendy on one tribe. So I think right down here we'll proceed to alliances. It looks like right now the alliances are 4 and 3, so already more alliances than last season. And on this side we got a 4 and 3. Looks like so two people are just kind of chilling right now. So we get to the first immunity challenge here. It looks like each tribe starts the challenge on a raised platform, one at a time. Tribe mates drop from a three-step structure down into a net. After all players from a tribe finish the net drop, assemble on a tribal mat. They proceed to the next stage, climb stairs in their platform to walk on a balance beam. Katengo wins immunity. They also get their flint here. As you go into this, no one found the Suala idol. And now this original alliance that started on day 1 is very weak. So on this side, Chris found the idol, but he has to give it to someone from the other tribe. Or he has to give it to someone from the other tribe, so he gave it to Laurel. And now there's a medium strength tribe over or alliance with those 4. So go on the tribal here. All the castaways are voting. First one goes to Chris. Second one's Marissa. Third one's Marissa. Fourth one Chris. Fifth Chris. Sixth Marissa. Right now it's looks like it's gonna be 7th vote Chris, 8th vote Marissa, 4 and 9th vote. First person voted out here is going to be Marissa. On I was gonna say after all that, what Chris did, giving the idol away, that would have been horrible for his game at least. A lot of them just were trying to get in. Willard and Marissa kind of just did it for their own reasons. Going to the alliances, looks like the alliances were not touched at all there on this side, and these ones over here are the same as well. Going to reward them. 8 castaways from each tribe would open up a crate containing a metal ring tied inside of a huge knot. First try to get their ring out would win. Katingo wins reward here. They win a tarp. Both of the tribes could keep the supplies used in the challenge. And then we'll go to immunity here, which is by the numbers. 8 castaways from each tribe would stand on a narrow beam over water. One at a time, the castaways would move down this beam, squeezing past their fellow tribe members. And pretty much first team to get everyone off the beam will win immunity here, which Katengo wins again, which is looking good for them to win back to back. Wendy here finds the idol, but she finds the same as Chris. She gives the idol to Dolly, and now Dolly, Keith, and Sandra are not the best alliance. And Laura has the tribe idol here, but nothing's really being played. And right off the bat, Dolly plays her idol, I think for herself. It looks like it. His first vote goes to Chris, second vote Sandra, third vote Chris, fourth vote Sandra, fifth vote Sandra, 6 goes to Chris, 7th to Sandra, and 8th goes to Chris, so it is a tie there, it looks like. And then we'll go into a revote. First to Sandra, second vote's Chris, third vote Chris, fourth vote Sandra, fifth vote Sandra, sixth vote Chris, and it's a tie 3-3. So since I believe season 1, we'll be having our first rock draw since then. And it looks like Brady will be going here, which is always a shock when literally it's not your fault why you went home, but hey, I mean, it could help the other part of the tribe now. So Dolly wasted an idol there as well. Not good gameplay. But now they got one of their stronger men out. The alliances are even, and now it looks like Willard is kind of a part of that first alliance since he likes them more than Chris. On this side, the numbers aren't moving that much. And we'll look at this as tribe members will take turns memorizing a pattern of various objects. Both active members will have a chance to see the pattern. Once the pattern is memorized by one of the competitors, they must pull a lever that will lower the curtain for both teams. The active members must run for a bin then, and they have to memorize and pretty much put them all down before the other person. If they answer incorrectly, and they'll have to do it again. Kitengo wins again. They win fishing supplies and a canoe. As then we go to immunity here, as one caller would instruct blindfolded pairs of trimates to 5 stations scattered an obstacle course. When a pair reaches a station, they must pull a handle to an overhead bucket of water to release a bag of puzzle pieces. Once all bags are collected, they ought to solve the puzzle. And Kitengo wins again, 3rd straight immunity here. And it looks like that is a shocker that the idol has been replaced out. So Jake found the idol, but he has to give it someone, and he gives it to Chris. That little bond there. And now it looks like that alliance that was already weak is still weak on that side. As we go to tribal here, we'll see Chris plays his idol for himself. As we'll go into it, first vote Chris does not count. Second does not count. Third does not count for Chris. 4 votes don't count for Chris. 5th vote goes to Willard. 6th vote goes to Willard. And it looks like, and would it be a 3-4? It would have been, or yeah, would have been a 3-4. So it was a good idol play there for good old Chris. But Willard is out now. So well, yeah, Willard exactly as I said. So now it's a 6 to. Is it 6-9 advantage right now? It is. Look at alliances though; it's going to be even 3-3. So we may have even another rock draw here. As if we go back at you, look again, you can see it. It seems like almost like the villains on the one side and the nice people. I mean, Dolly and Keith seem nice. Sandra, they all like have their smile, and then Chris is the only one really not smiling on that side. For this one though, still 4-3, so that one side's not getting tested at all yet. As we go to the reward challenge, using coconuts and a slingshot, tribe members must knock down wooden tiles from a grid. First, the team knocked the entire row down, and Suao wins their first reward. They can pick either a tarp, pillows, and blanket, or a basket of donuts. They choose the basket of donuts instead of a tarp, which they've been really behind on. So let's see if they can win immunity here in puzzle relay. The tribes will be divided into pairs and cuffed together to race across the teeter-totter, solve a puzzle, and collect a key. Once 3 keys are collected, they'll have to use the keys to unlock 3 locks and then raise a flag. Suala finally escapes tribal council here, and they win immunity. As if we go in the tribe events, Taylor found an idol here, but he has to give it to someone else. Taylor gives it to the idol of John here, as Chris and Dolly have a minor fight, even after a win. And then we go here. So Laura has the Kitengo tribe idol still, and Wendy isolates herself from the rest of the group. As we go in this tribal, though, Laura does not play her idol, and it looks like the first vote is going towards Taylor. Second vote is going to Taylor here. Third vote goes to Wendy. Fourth vote goes to Wendy. Fifth vote goes to Wendy. Sixth vote goes to Wendy. 7th vote is Taylor. 8th vote Taylor, and a very close 5-4 vote. Wendy will be out at she'll be at 15th place here, which is a lot of close votes so far this season. It looks like alliances compared to last season are very big. As we go into the twist of the season now, which will be pretty cool to see. As the castaways are asked to smash paint-filled eggs, these eggs will determine new tribes. And it looks like over here it's going to be the Suala is going to be a big Kitengo tribe now. As we will look at that. Suala's new members. Keith and Chris stay, but 5 of the Kitengos go over here. And hopefully, Kitengo over here can use their 4 Sualas to take out a Kitengo member. As the only Kitengo member so far has been Wendy, so we'll go into tribe alliances. Keith is by himself, LJ's by himself, and Chris by himself. But I mean, you never know in this game. As we'll go into the reward challenge with the new teams. The tribes must fill water to fill a large bucket using barrels with holes in it. If the bucket is heavy enough, a flag will raise, declaring winner. Sual wins reward. They win peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and coffee. They also can live at the current campsite. The losing tribe is now sent to a new beach as well. And after making their new camp start, that they'll go to immunity, where 3 members from both tribes will race to retrieve a ball in the water and shoot it their tribe basket. The other tribe must intercept before the rival scores. Each successful shot is worth 1 point. First tribe to accumulate 3 points will win immunity. Contingo wins immunity again here, which will be sending Swab back to Tribal Council. But we're going into the votes here. It looks like first vote here is going to be for Erica. Second vote is going to be for Erica. Third vote is for Joe. Fourth vote is for Joe. Fifth vote is for Joe. Sixth vote is for Erica. And the seventh vote is for Joe. A very shocking move after the twist. And I wonder why that was the move. We'll see. Looks like Erica and Keith voted for to try and stay. LJ voted for Erica to get out. Joe voted for Erica. So it looks like that strong alliance of Keith, Jake, Erica, and Alina. Nice guy Keith getting in there with that new crew and getting Joe out. So maybe some new numbers are being pushed. We never know. As now we go into episode 6. Nice guy Keith looking with all these smiley people, and right now we have a lot of tribals from this side, so it's almost like the villain Chris. They've been kind of working together now, but not really. Kind of been against each other the whole time. You see the good guy smile right there versus the evil look of that one. And all these 4 are working together, but they did get Joe out there. It's an interesting choice. On this side right now, we're going to go to reward, where it's called Cocoa Pops. One at a time, tribe members will run to the top of several boxes where they will find coconuts at the top. They must bounce a coconut off the trampoline at the bottom of the boxes so that it will also be able to bounce off and break targets on the other side. First try to break all 5 of their targets wins reward. Suala wins reward. They're going to win steak, sausage, vegetables, condiments, and a nice wine for reward. And it looks like the immunity challenge, it does not have a I almost said subscription. It doesn't have a description for this one, but Sual does win immunity here. But this side is 2 idols, and the behavior of Dolly is rubbing the try the wrong way this time. Going into this, John and Laura decide they are not going to play their idols. First vote going for Sandra, second vote Dolly, third vote Dolly, fourth vote Dolly, fifth vote Dolly, and a 6-1 vote, our first big move of the game. It seems the former Suala people get out Dolly. I said her and Keith were the 2, good people in this tribe. It doesn't look like no one liked her anymore. All right. And episode 7 comes. I think we know what time it is now. It is time for the merge. No more of all alone. As we look at this, this is the Vifa tribe here, and they are going to be wearing orange buffs for the rest of the season. Taylor kind of is wearing the right color. As we look at tribe alliances now, there's a pretty good amount now if you can't tell. So we'll see how the votes really go. You never know. But first reward challenge here is going to be called Sea Turtles. Tribes will divide in 2 groups of 6. From each team, 4 members must retrieve 4 puzzle bags. After which, the 2 remaining players will solve it. First team to solve it will win a reward. Team was Erica, Jake, Alina, Laura, Sandra, and Chris. They win pizza and beer after the nice merge feast as well. As we'll go into the immunity challenge then, which is on a large wooden disc. Tribe members must maintain their balance while 3 balls are placed on the disc. If any balls roll down to the guard or fell off the perch, the player is out of the challenge. Last person staying wins. Chris will win immunity here. First person on the season to get that necklace. As it looks like so far, 2 idols are still here, but no one has found the Vifa tribe idol. And now these two, their alliance is very weak going into this tribal. So going into this, castaways will be voting. No one plays their idol. First vote goes to Taylor. Second vote Taylor. Third vote going to Taylor. Fourth vote Taylor. Fifth vote Sandra. Sixth vote Taylor. Seventh vote Taylor. Eighth vote and an 11-1 vote. The first person booted for the merge is Taylor. I believe that ties are. I'm gonna have to check. I believe that ties last season's Jeff Hardy for the most votes at one tribal to get someone out with 11. I am correct on that. All right. So going into episode 8, you got yeah, let's see. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna go through every alliance here. There's a lot of them. Glad to see that compared to last season. As we get to immunity challenge, odd shaped bottoms. Tribe members will race across a ladder bridge while maneuvering a bag of puzzle pieces. The first 4 to complete it move on to the next part where they will use the puzzle pieces to assemble a 60-piece puzzle. First person to do it will win immunity. LJ wins immunity. A guy who's been pretty quiet under the radar so far. And as we look at tribe events before tribal council, no one found the merge idol yet, and Jonathan and Erica seem to be bonding a lot. Going into this, no one plays an idol. First vote is for Christina. Second vote, Alina. Alright. Third vote, Alina. Fourth vote, Christina. Fifth vote, Christina. Sixth vote, Christina. Seventh vote, Alina. So it's a 4-3. 5. It looks like it's going to be an 8-3 vote here. Christina gets out of the game here. Definitely played a under the radar game, it seems. But yeah, it seems there's a strong alliance going on right now of Erica, Alina, Jake, and I believe who's the other one? I can't think. I believe it was LJ. It seems there's a strong 4 going on as we could check the alliances here going into episode 9 of this. Yeah, it seems that the big alliance is between LJ, Jake, Erica, and Alina there, with 2 smaller Katengos and Suala. Hopefully they can get something going, but if not, it's gonna be okay. Going into this reward challenge, it looks like in a DIY challenge, the tribe will be divided into 2 teams, the red team and the black team. Teams must toss bolas to a peg pole with numbers which corresponds to a certain number of points. From 1 to 6, after all members have thrown bolas, the team with the highest score wins. Alina, John, Lauren, LJ, and Keith win reward. They win a barbecue feast on another island. And come back for immunity then. Players will be standing barefoot on a small wooden perch while one of their hands will be chained to an overhand bucket of water. Last person without pulling their arm down will win immunity. John wins immunity this time. And it looks like no one found the merged idol still, but the behavior of John is rubbing people the wrong way. As we go in the tribal, it seems Sundra has been medically evacuated from the game, so therefore she will be 10th, and she is completely out of the game with no votes on her, but I mean, she was in the minority. Very interesting. As we go right into episode 10, we see the alliance numbers are starting to go down. Keith lost his main person, but he is looking like he's in that majority right here of 6. Survivor auction is the reward, so everyone just gets what they need there. Mutiny challenge goes in. The castaways would face the almogram of some of the past challenges of the season. They must untie a large knot from a ring. First 4 go the next round, then would bounce coconuts off. First 2, and then hitting 3 targets. Alina wins the immunity, wins through all 3 of those challenges. And the guy I was interested about, Jonathan, since Jake's done a lot of nice things, it looks like Jonathan starts a big fight with Jake right before tribal. So I wonder if anything will happen with him. And just like that, in Africa, I guess the conditions are very rough as back-to-back medevacs there, as John with an idol is evacuated from the game. It's very concerning. I mean, he was in the minority again, but he played in the majority of Suala in the beginning, got the idol, and just like that, we have back-to-back votes where we don't even have a vote. Last 2 people have just been injured, whether it's harsh challenges in Africa or not. Touchy subjects. In a majority rules competition, the tribe would answer questions pertaining to different subjects. If a castaway is correct and guessed the majority, they would cut the rope. Jonathan wins the reward here. He wins a helicopter ride to a remote island. He shares a reward with Laura and Keith going into this. And going into a movie, slip and sliding away, the castaways will face off one-on-one battles where they would oil themselves up, slide down a slippery surface, collecting rings as they want. Once they get to the end, they must toss the ring onto a hook to the end. Last player left standing will win. Oiled up, Keith wins his first immunity. Good guy, Keith. We love it. Let's go in right before. It looks like no one found the... Oh, wait, LJ found the idol. And Jake isolates himself from the rest of the tribe. Seems after that big fight with Jonathan, Jake's could be seen as the bad guy as well in that situation. As John doesn't have an idol, we will have our first vote since episode 8, I believe. And we're going to go into it. No one plays an idol. First vote goes to Alina. Second vote, Jake. Third vote, Jake. Third vote, Jake. And it looks like in a very quick 7-1 vote, Jake on day 30 is eliminated from the game. Here, everyone voted for him. And looking at this now, we have 2 villains in my mind, Chris, Jonathan, and it looks like that majority of Alina, Erica, LJ, and Laura. Maybe not even Laura. I think it's just LJ, Erica, and Alina. And good guy Keith. Laura just has an idol. She's been really under the radar quiet so far. But yeah, let's go into the next challenge then. As we go to the reward challenge, the castaways and their loved ones are hooked together. So all the people left got to see their loved ones. The castaways and their loved ones have untangled certain areas of the rope in order to progress through. The first pair to reach the end of the rope will win a reward. Chris wins a reward and he wins a picnic with his loved ones. He takes fellow villain Jonathan and Laura with him. Laura's not a villain, but could be after that. Next is I Hold On. The castaways will stand on a log placed at the very end of the platform with their arms behind them, grabbing onto a handle. At certain times, Jeff will turn a crank, which uncoils the rope, which lowers the castaways and sends them closer to the water. When the castaways fall in, they're out. Erica will win immunity on this one. I believe we have not had someone win 2 immunities yet, as the 2 idols are out. No one plays their idol this time. As we go on, the first vote is for Chris, second vote for Keith, third vote for Chris, Fourth vote for Chris. Fifth vote for Chris. And that rivalry of the good guy Keith versus bad guy Chris ends here as in a very quick 6-1 vote. Chris has been eliminated from the game. And I don't know if I'm correct. I think our last original Suala member, Keith, is left. The good guy has kept himself in the game. Can he possibly take himself to the end now? As it is a lot of Kitengos left. So go to the immunity challenge, bone to pick. The castaways have one hand tied behind their back, and they have to start off by making a hook with 3 pieces in order to hook a bag of puzzle pieces. They will then take the pieces and begin working on the lower portion of a fish skeleton. They must repeat this process for the middle and upper portions. First castaway assemble their puzzle will win immunity, and good guy Keith wins his second immunity. I believe it's the first person to win 2. And just like that, after Keith wins, it looks like the 3 of Alina, Erica, and LJ decide they do not want to work with Keith anymore. It's going into this tribal. No one plays their idol yet, as first vote goes to Alina, second vote goes to LJ, third vote goes to LJ, fourth vote goes to Alina, fifth vote goes to Alina, and 4-2, Alina is taken out of here, as that could have been a very, very bad situation for LJ not using his idol. And it looks like, wow, so he even after that, Keith stayed with LJ on the vote. So it was Erica trying to get out her alliance member and Alina. So they both tried to. So maybe they're just completely done, and Keith may get himself a nice story here, as we are in the finale now. Final Suala member Keith, strong former alliance members in LJ and Erica, and bad guy Jonathan's still here, and Laura is also here. Still both having idols, so this could be if any of them win immunity, they use it for one of their former pals here. Or just like as I say that, balance beam maze, the castaways would start by walking across a balance beam. If they fall off, they have to start back at the beginning. Once they make it to the other side, they go into rope net, untie 5 bags of puzzle pieces. Once they have all their bags, they will assemble a puzzle. And they have to get a combination of 3 numbers. First castaway to do that will win immunity. LJ gets his second immunity of the season now, which is very good for him. As we go into tribe events, it looks like these 4 that are against Keith are very weak now, and it could just be like that over for him. Laura plays her idol for herself. LJ decides just not to play his idol. First vote goes to Keith, second vote goes to Keith, third vote goes to Erica, and just like that, good guy Keith is eliminated in 5th place this season at 37 days. Although he did play a very good game under the radar until he came up. As we go to the next event, one of these 4 will win the season here, as it looks like there's a strong alliance of these 3. Erica's kind of on the bottom of it, so we'll see what happens. As Operation Balance Build, the castaways have to attach a small wooden bowl to a prong at the end of the long pole to maneuver it through the metal structure. The structure is mounted on a spring, and first one to get 10 of the on top of the spring will win. And with the bowls, and Laura wins her first immunity here, which will keep her. No one really even talks after the challenge. As we go into the votes, first vote goes to LJ, second vote goes to Jonathan, third vote LJ, and in a blind side right at the end of the game, LJ, who also played a very good leader role, gets eliminated there. And looks like Erica, and after swapping on her number 1 there, gets to the end here, as we will now see between Erica, Jonathan, or Laura who will win this game, as we do have the stories of Jonathan, who did have a big fight with Jake, and very quiet besides that, besides helping his team with challenges, being a stronger guy. Erica, who's in the majority for the entire game, pretty much. She led her way and also got rid of LJ, her main alliance member, and then we have Laura here, who was given an idol, and she won the last final immunity, and she also lasted her way while being, I think, near the bottom of that. As the final three here, we will find our winner in 3, 2, 1. Okay. So apparently there is a 3-3-3 tie for a winner. A revote occurs, and there is still a tie, and Laura wins over Erica in the tiebreaker. So Laura looks like she is our winner on one of the things I have never seen before. I guess Jonathan lost the worst out of the three in the final challenge they had to do. Wow, and that is a way to end a season, huh? So all right, we can see this now. It looks like all right. So Taylor voted for Laura, thought she did very well at jury questions. Christina voted for Laura because she liked Laura more, so it looks like she had a good social game. Sandra voted for Erica. She was uncertain but felt Erica did better at jury questions. John was uncertain, thought Erica did better at jury questions. A lot of them felt very uncertain. Chris voting for his fellow heel member there. Alina votes for Laura. She was uncertain but felt Laura did better at jury questions. Keith liked Erica more, and LJ voted for Jonathan because did better. So Erica got 2 votes from but all right. Jake wins fan favorite. Debatable in my opinion. It probably should have been good guy Keith. But Laura wins the season here, and a very under the radar, unexpected winner out of the 3. It wasn't like Dawn where I was even more surprised she got second. This is bigger than that. Like, this is the win. Whatever tiebreaker they did for a 3-way tie, and then all 3 voted the same way. Very shocking. But Laura is our 4th winner here in Africa in Survivor Botswana. We can look at the placement. Again, 3 votes. Jonathan will get 3rd because I guess he did worse in the challenge. 2 medevacs this season, which was pretty crazy. We had a tie on the most votes with 11. Purple Rock was also this season, so there was a lot of crazy stuff. An idol played correctly. I think this is the most idols in the season as well so far. I think it was 5. Yeah, because the first vote was played. Dolly did one. No, she did on the second one. There was Purple Rock. Then Willard got rocked out because of Chris. Yeah, it's pretty crazy moves this season, and we got to see some good guys, some villains. It was a fun season, I'd say. But yeah, let's see summary real quick, and we'll pass the summary because I pretty much just talked the whole thing out. Most strategic was between actually let's check it. Reward wins. We had 3 from Erica, 1 from Keith, Chris, Jonathan, LJ, Laura, and Alina. And we'll go to the immunity wins. Keith had 2, LJ had 2, Chris had 1, Erica had 1, John had 1, Laura had 1, and Alina had 1. Taylor received the most votes with 15. Chris got 14. And looks like the winner, Laura, never was voted for. But she didn't have the perfect game. But that's pretty interesting. Brady also never got a vote. John never got a vote towards him. And most strategic, they said, was Jonathan. Bad guy heel was pulling out his inner wrestle. You know, his first season in real life, he got 0 days on the or 1 day on the island. I guess he never made a tribe. But that is it for this season. I hope you guys enjoyed this a hell of a lot, and I will talk to you guys maybe in season 5. Who knows? Quick update, actually. In the comment section, don't know if you're still here or not. If you are, hello. In the comment section for season 6, I am looking for comments for one player that should be a custom person we put in this. Who knows who it's going to be, but let me know in the comments. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.